Abundance. Welcome to another mental health checkup, man. I got a lot of videos. Well, I don't have a lot of videos. This probably gonna be like an album some change type live stream where I got a few videos. I'm gonna chime in to the person that's talking, and we know we're gonna play some music and for an hour and some change, and this get the energy right, get the energy and vibes back right from people. What it meant to uh situations or what's going on in the world uh as far as what people views and perspectives is. um so we're gonna uh play some tracks. We're gonna play like one or two tracks, and then we're gonna chime into to some videos, man. Let's play this track right here.
The day I fell in love. The day I fell in love. The day I fell in love. I knew from the start I wanted to be with you. It
All right, let's get into these videos. So I have a video. I got a video of Jason, and I have a video of this other guy. So Jason gonna talk about the hidden truth about let God, let go, and let God. And then the other video is about the government shutdown, and which I don't really care about, but I already had talked about it, my views. And the other one is jobs is a modern day America. It's slavery in America, in modern day America. So let's go with this one.
They're just modern day slavery. See, slavery, it was never abolished. It was just reformed into what's called the working class, into what's called corporate America. Because what it is, guys, what a job does an employer, they make you go off to work for 8 to 16 hours a day to make somebody else rich while you work for this little thing called an hourly wage that ain't even enough to help you comfortably pay your
Man, the price of living in every city in the United States is too high for the pay that we get. And at this point, I've been saying this since forever, and I said this on my recent live that I did. You know, I don't know what gotta happen for people to really stand on business about these jobs, man. Like nobody's actually doing this sole purpose with this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody just trying to survive, man. And when they can't survive, they crash out and their mental will get destroyed, get crumbled in pieces because they can't get a certain job. That is so sad, bro. And is this the way of the world we live in? And it's crazy, you know?
bills, let alone use the money to travel and put some aside. The reason why it's modern day slavery is because they own you. They decide when you come, when you go, when you buy groceries, when you get paid, when you can feed your family.
Then you have these supervisors who try to control the narrative and act like they're above and beyond, their job title, trying to tell you when to come and go. When you have to go on break or something like that, or do something that's benefit for your soul, you got to ask the supervisor to do it. When you're a grown ass person, that shit do not make sense to me. This whole lineup and script of how we supposed to live in this society is so fucked up, man. Shit is so fucked up, bro. Like you gotta really truly find your higher self in this shit, and and find peace through chaos every time, bro.
They own you. How can you have freedom if you're working for somebody and you have to foot you, they basically tell you exactly what to do when you have to do exactly what they tell you to do. I dealt with this for almost 20 years altogether, trading my time for dollars, 14 years at one job. And then I got fired. So I allowed them to use me and then I got fired. But guess what? It wasn't until I understood where I was at. It wasn't until I came online where the freedom is at, where I learned how to follow a program that taught me how to build a business from this cell phone, which has now generated me multiple six figures. And now I'm seeing commissions just like this, all because I promote done for you digital products where I make 100% of the profit and I don't have no
Did
boss.
this man just did a plug to what he was saying, like through his truth and knowledge about the society and the system? That he just plugged his own little thing? That's crazy. But let him continue.
And I have time, true freedom, and I can come and go and do as I please, and I don't have to be a part of this modern legalized slavery that the average person feel like they have to have access to. And if you're sick and tired of being treated like a slave, being told what to do, when to come, what to go, how to go, and you want to know how you can be your own boss, follow a simple program that can teach you how to build your own online business from
Yeah,
yourself.
he just doing a plug. But I got another video for y'all. This is Jason talking about the hidden truth about let God and let go. This is a deep perspective when it comes to the saying and the term that people use a lot. And I feel like he's gonna say when you do that, you kind of like giving your power away. So I'm trying to figure out where he's gonna go. So we're gonna let him talk about it in his own little way.
All right, so look, the idea about let go and let God is not about giving up responsibility. It's not about throwing your life into the hands of some sky daddy in the clouds. It's not about bowing down to a cosmic dictator on a throne. It's not about abandoning your will.
My boy Jason about to cook. I already know the first few things he said was on point. I just knew it was gonna be that. You give the term "let God, let go" is you giving your power away instead of you taking the initiative and stepping in your power with this shit.
You're mine. your power, so that you can sit back helpless waiting on a savior that is never coming. No. The real meaning of let go and let God is about letting go of the false mask, the ego, the program that has you thinking that you are separate from all this shit, and letting the infinite self, the same consciousness behind your mask, my mask, everyone else's mask, letting that infinite self step forward, because what people call God out there is really the expanded expression of the self behind the mask, the self within, the universal mind dreaming through us all. That's the truth. And if you can't face it, you will be stuck in this matrix, enslaved by the illusion. The God that you're waiting for is already here. It's you.
Facts. Facts. You know, everybody looking for something outside themselves, like a Jesus or Messiah. Even some people in the spiritual community, they're looking at certain leaders and saying that they're going to change the way of the perspective of the system based on what they told people that was the idea, that was the vision. But everybody vision shouldn't be on one person, it should be on themselves, because once you tap into yourself and the power that you hold and you stand on business about certain situations and things, you have another person who's in a power, they stand on that business, and it's like collective of people standing on business and not working for the system or the things that's not good for our soul. So that's how the collective movement and union should move. Individually powered come together to make one soul power, which is each one of the individuals having that one soul power from within, if that makes sense.
No, not the small broken you with a social security number and a job. No, not the mask you've been programmed to wear since birth. I'm talking about the infinite self behind that mask. The real you before you were born. The you after you die. The you that exists outside of time and space. That's the true God. And it's not just behind your mask. It's behind my mask. It's behind every face that you see on this planet. One universal mind, one dreamer, one infinite self playing billions of roles. That's not a metaphor. That's the mechanics of this reality.
Right.
That's what oneness really means.
Yep.
So this life, this world is a dream. You and I are the characters. We look separate because the dream needs roles to play. But the dreamer behind them all is one. So praying to God outside of yourself is like praying to another character in the dream, trying to get it to wake you up, when neither can do it. They're both a part of the dream. Only the dreamer behind them both can wake them up. And that dreamer is the same infinite self wearing every mask. You don't believe me? Science already proves it. Quantum physics proves that before observation, everything exists in an infinite quantum wave. One undivided wave. One field.
That's so deep that people can't fathom what he just said. And I'm gonna try to break it down in my simplest form. Which what he's saying is, like, I just basically just said that this now, when I was saying that you have the soul, your soul purpose from within. Once you tap into that and you understood the power you hold and you stand on business as an individual, that frequency, that energy, it will align with someone else on the same energy, because they are tapping in. They learn about the inner self. So it's a collective union, but individuals have to tap into that inner self to come individual power. But like I say, once each individual does that, that one soul power is from the collective understanding the soul purpose of what it is. If that makes sense. Once again.
Consciousness collapses it into form. There is no separation between the
Salute, Water
observer
Style.
and the observed. Ancient wisdom said a long time ago, as above, so below. I and the Father are one. The all is mind. Different languages, same truth. Consciousness is the foundation. The mind is the builder. Reality is the expression. But the one just couldn't sit in eternity being everything. It wanted to experience itself in pieces, in fragments, in masks. That's why the demiurge system exists. The veil, the archetypes, the illusion of separation. It's the stage, the costumes, the script. Without it, the one couldn't taste being the many. The infinite couldn't feel what it's like to be finite. God couldn't look at himself from 10,000 different angles. So, this demiurge is a necessary part of the cosmic drama. But the danger is that you forgot. You mistook the stage for the whole reality. You got lost in the role. You started thinking that the mask was all that there is. And that's the trap. That's the forgetting.
Exactly.
But the hidden function of this whole system.
Basically, certain people thought that Jesus, their religion, was all that was, which was a limitation, a watered down version of what really is. And you know, it got people trapped, bro. Like it literally got people trapped to this day. Motherfuckers thinking that somebody's gonna come save them, or they go into a place where they won't have to hurt no more. But still, the inside their mind, they know they have to really tap into themselves. But they still trying to, you know, act like it's something's going to save them at the same time. So it's confusion, lack of self, lack of awareness, lack of soul. Shit is deep, man. Like it's sad, and that's a mental health problem. I feel like many people are going insane. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Kane. You're right. So Jesus, all the people, everybody need to catch hands, bro. Like that try to give us the illusion and made it seem like it was the truth. A lot of people lost their lives. You know, a lot of people had certain type of diseases, and they thought that Jesus was going to heal them, and lost their lives because he never came, or somebody prayed for their kid to come back home after being taken away. Never came after the prayer, and it's crazy. It's a sad thing, man.
System isn't just to make you forget. It's
Supreme
to give you the
Abraham.
chance to remember. And here's the revelation that shatters the illusion. The self behind your mask is the same force behind the cosmos. That's what people have always called God. The power that ignited stars and spun galaxies, pulled the tides, blossomed the roses out of the dirt. That force is not separate from you. It is you. The one infinite self, hiding in flesh and thought, pretending to be small so it can remember its own greatness. Now, the phrase should make sense. Let go means to let go of the mask, let go
Right.
of the ego, let go of the idea that you are powerless and separate. Let God means let the infinite self. That's behind the mask. The dreamer behind the mask. The same self behind all masks. Let that infinite self step forward and run the show. That's not weakness. That's not passivity. That's the only true power. But as long as you continue to give your power to a God outside of yourself, then you'll always stay a character begging another character to fix the script. You stay enslaved. You stay praying instead of creating. You stay asleep in the dream. So wake up.
And that's fast what he's saying. Like I just tell you, people keep looking outside themselves for survival, and not understand you gotta find that power from within to protect yourself. You shouldn't want to be on survival mode when it comes to that. You could be on protect mode by tapping into yourself. Shit is deep. But with that being said, the sidebar, what I'm about to say was every time I see a cross on somebody's neck, man, that jive it makes me cringe because it's like a death symbol. Right then and there, I know that they don't have aliveness in their soul to want to even believe or know the truth from within themselves by wearing that cross. But when I see somebody with an unk, I know they know something. Every time, like every time, bro. Like that just me. I don't know. That just me.
You are the dreamer. When you align with the one self behind all masks, you're not just aligning for yourself because it's the same self behind everyone. Every awakening ripples through the dream. Self was remembered and the matrix can't hold. The spell breaks. The old world dies.
Right,
And the
King.
new one begins. But don't mistake that for the end. That's the part that people miss. The obvious question is, what happens when everyone wakes up? And here's the truth.
When everyone wakes up, like Hurricane always say, revolution time. It's like a baby first knowing how to walk. It was crawling for a long time, and when it finally knows how to walk, it's going everywhere that it couldn't go. You know what I'm saying? I hope that's a good analogy, but it's still based off that. It's the evolving of the baby learning how to walk from crawling, just like how people are stuck in illusion and can get out from it by knowing the truth and uh the knowledge and wisdom that comes with it through certain phases.
It's not the finish line. It's the opening of a new chapter. When enough of us wake up, the unconscious dream dissolves and the lucid dreams begin. The world doesn't stop, it transforms. The old systems, built on fear and separation, can't survive
I just said that.
because their fuel is gone. In their place rises a world that is shaped by awareness, by unity, by beings who know that they are the same self behind all the masks. Creation doesn't end. Creation evolves. That's why prophecy doesn't speak of destruction, but of a new heavens and a new earth. That's why all the greatest teachers spoke about renewal and rebirth. Because infinity can't be exhausted. The source never runs out of ways to know itself. One cycle closes, another one.
You're right, water style. This is deep, you know. Um, that's why I think some people just don't want to tap in because it might be, a thing that they can't fathom. A lot of people get lost in the illusion too so deeply that it's really hard to get them back, and that's a sad thing. But yeah, this is really deep. This is really deep, man. That's why I try to make it to music form because I know if I really unleash a lot of things from within, most people won't even understand. So I try to put music in the most simplest form that comes from, my talent of singing, but also the wisdom that I withhold. Um, I try to keep it, in musical form because it's easy to digest sometimes. Even certain songs, it'd be hard to tell people what it is sometimes. It's crazy.
Opens and the spiral keeps rising. So what happens when everyone wakes up? We don't disappear. We graduate. We co-create consciously. We build societies, art, technology, even the rules of physics themselves from a place of awareness instead of amnesia. We move into higher levels of play, higher octaves of the same song. And when that cycle fulfills itself, another one begins. There's always another level. There's always another way for the infinite to experience its own infinity. So that's the big picture. Awakening isn't the end of the play. It's the curtain rising on the next act. The prophecy fulfilled is not game over.
Facts.
It's the game leveled up. So stop waiting on a savior. The only savior that's coming is already inside of you. The same infinite self that wears your mask wears mine. The same one that fuels the stars fuels your breath.
Abundance.
So the idea is to let go of the mask. Let God, the infinite self behind every mask, take its place. That's the revolution of consciousness. That's the jailbreak from the matrix. That's how we survive this collapse and thrive in the chaos and birth the new world that is waiting to come through us. So wake up. This is the code. This is the key. Let go. Let God. I hope now that phrase makes a lot more sense now. Thanks for watching. Peace.
I say, you know what I'm saying? He spoke it, man. He was cooking he cooked every part of the video. You know, damn, I'm about to say something else. There's so much going through my mind right now. But I'm gonna get to the government shutdown. I already had talked about it earlier today, but I want to play some tracks. I wanna do my hurricane thing. You feel me? Like he'll talk and he'll do the video, then he do the music. So I wanna do that. And if we're gonna come back and I got some more videos of this lady talking about the government shutdown. And shit is crazy. Like this always happen with the government shutdown. It's like, damn, people, this is opportunity for us to really see how can we do as an alternative collective union outside the government. But I mean, people just gonna just keep waiting. You know what I'm saying? So let's play some tracks, man.
Just got me a call, time to make a move. Candlelight in the room is what she tryna do. Lucky you, we rock out that afternoon. When the evening come, I gotta buy the room. Okay, we sipping all on that dose. Cosplay, we love doing that foreplay. This my lyrical forte, no horseplay. Let's record the session, watch it in 4K. Okay, but we getting this both great. Float up in the space, I pass the first base. Slow pace and speeded up, my stroke rate. That's what she say, she know I don't play. Pushing it to the limit, I'm pumping no brakes. It is so intense to make the world shake. Yo, come here, baby, I need you post haste. Turn the whole bedroom into a showcase.
All right, y'all. So I got another video, man. Them two tracks was bangers. Like I keep, man. Every time I collaborate with Kane, we make classics, bro. Like, but my favorite one though I'm gonna have to say I wanna ride, baby. That's the one I like for real. Like I feel like that song can make babies, bro. It can literally make babies, little star seeds. That's how I feel about that song. Because it's talking about you know the appreciation of the mind, body, and soul of a divine feminine and divine masculine coming together, and we gonna ride this shit out through it all, through chaos. We gonna find peace. We gonna find harmony, cause they don't want us together. You know what I'm saying? And the other songs hot in the summertime. I just love the summertime. That's just my shit. Like the sun be out, see all the beautiful women. You see they beautiful glistening skin. You see the kids having fun with the water. You know what I'm saying? Summertime will always forever be my favorite season. Even though I was born in February, but it was a hot sunny day on a Wednesday. So let's get back to the video. This lady talking about the government shutdown, and I got two more videos after that. Then we gonna wrap it up, man.
Violence is the answer, but I think we have arrived at a point in our society where if violence is not the answer to combat violence, I mean violence through police violence, through military violence, through legislative violence, if we are not ready to respond in kind, then what we need to start doing is stop spending our money. We need to stop spending our money, stop going to work, and that will.
Right. I mean, that's the number one thing that people gotta get in their head. They still be wanting to work 9 to 5s, bro. Like, bro, that's the number one thing we cannot do when we want a revolution. Stop. But it can't take us to jail. Stop, bro. Stop going to these jobs. Stop paying these bills. Yes, they're gonna threaten us as a collective, but they can't kick all us out at the same time. And if they do, it's gonna leave them with nothing. And we gotta stop buying certain shit. Everything at all, we gotta stop buying. That's how you get them. You get them in the gut, and once you get them in the gut, you go for the blow and you knock them out. That's the only thing I agree with the civil rights movement when they did the bus boycott. That was a good example. Even though I don't really trust the civil rights movement no more as I learn about what went on and how Rosa Parks wasn't really the ideal woman they wanted. I mean, what she was the ideal woman they wanted, but the woman that actually did it wasn't Rosa Parks. That shit is deep. But at the same time, the boycott on a lower scale was how you're supposed to do it. It might take 30 days to not work these jobs, or maybe more, to see it hit them in the gut, and they will see that we are not playing their game anymore. These government shutdowns are opportunities I see from my perspective as a regular average person. These are opportunities for us to take stand. But are we going to take heed, or are we just going to keep doing these things and hoping for the best based off a government that gave us these jabs, gave us these what was the thing? I forgot the name of it, but it was a certain thing that would happen just like with the 2020 thing with the jab. It happened back in like the 60s or 40s. The Tuskegee something experiment. So y'all gonna trust a government who did all that and even put crack in our communities? Y'all gonna trust them over us? Shit is deep.
Will only be effective if everyone does that. Because it's starting to feel like the only thing that these people understand is money. And we need to stop giving them access to our money and access to our labor. We have to stop pretending like what we're experiencing is normal. It's a very deliberate attack on our mental and physical well-being. They're trying to get us used to the presence of police, to being surveillance. They're trying to get us used to the president being able to take away our rights at a whim's notice. You have the Congress now considering legislation that will enable for Marco or Rubio to be able to take our passports if we exercise our Second Amendment. The quote unquote party of law and order only believes in law and order when it benefits their political ideology, when it enables for them to extract more.
And think about it, people are afraid to lose the materialistic gains that they achieve in this system. People are literally not trying to shed blood for this internally. Lose the materialistic things to see the true abundance. But people, they're not gonna do that.
More labor and resources from our communities while at the same time over policing us and telling us that we can't actually exercise our constitutional rights. So if we're going to push back against the tide of fascism in this country, we need two things to happen. One, the Democrats need to shut down the government, right? They need to not allow a budget to pass in Congress unless we get what we want. And we, as average citizens, need a general strike. It is not only necessary, it is required if we are going to have any semblance of freedom moving forward. I know some of y'all don't believe that violence is the
All
end.
right, so that was her take on it. Um, and this is Jason again. You already know how he coming. So this video is talking about fuck the algorithm. Algorithm. It's on last life support of a dying America. So we're gonna see what he's talking about. All this is leading up to the mental health of the mental health checkup thing. So I'm playing these videos um to get a sense of what's going on. All right, so look, the algorithm is the digital life support machine of this collapsing American empire. It's a man-made machine coded out of corporate greed and white supremacy's fear of genetic annihilation. Engineered not to reflect reality, but to manufacture it. Not to tell the truth, but to bury it. Not to liberate minds, but to trap them in loops of distraction and obedience, pumping images and narratives like oxygen into a dying system that nobody believes in anymore. Keeping the mask of America's greatness glued to a rotting face, trying to resuscitate a corpse through censorship, bans, distortions, shadow bans, extracting our attention, our creativity, and our energy is the fuel for this illusion. Because without this machine, their myths collapse, their control collapses, the entire empire collapses. And that is why this algorithm is the last desperate instrument that they have left. And that is why I say, fuck the algorithm. This isn't just a slogan. This isn't about shock value. This is about reality. Our minds, our very perception of the world being hijacked by invisible code. And it's getting out of control. And that's why it's time to set the record straight. Right now, the algorithm is shaping what you think, what you see, what you don't, what you think, how you feel about yourself, and how you see the world. It feeds the mask, the fake version of you that gets rewarded with likes and views, while it buries your true self. It affects our minds. It affects reality. Because right, and that's why I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Like in a few years, man, I'm gonna say about like 35 or 36 or 37. I might not even be on the internet like that no more. And that's about like 3 years away, 3 or 4 years away, because I just feel like too much energy is being taken from us with this internet shit. Because every time you say something or you do something, it's on your timeline. Like it's crazy. It's like an energy transfer thing going on, and it makes you feel drained at the end of the day. It should make you feel like that. It's a frequency thing too. And they're playing off our frequencies, they're playing off what they think we want to need, so it's crazy, man. That's why I say I'm gonna go ghost in the next 3 to 4 years. And I think it's gonna be better for me, man. I'm gonna be just like that guy named Spiritual Tony. I'll be just like him in a minute. Nobody knows where he's at. So foundation of this physical world is mental. See, to most people, the algorithm feels like a digital deity, something they can't see, but they can definitely feel, because it controls the flow of information, the spotlight, even the conversations that we have. It decides what rises and what gets buried. And most people treat it with the same obedience that they would give to. Let me pause it real quick. Yes, I'm going off the grid. Water Style said that. I won't say, because obviously I'ma still, you know, do certain things within the system. If the system don't crash by then, and we can actually be independent, collective individuals, we can just, do what we want to do. Um, then I probably, everybody be off the grid at that point. But if it's not, I'ma just separate myself from the internet, and y'all just gonna just have the music and the documentary. So that's why I'm trying to drop so much as I want now within the time span from now to like 38, 37, and I'm just gonna get off the internet, and hopefully I can meet some of y'all in real life, because I just feel like it's time. It's gonna be a time for that, because it's what we doing on this internet is really, stagnating us a little bit. I'm gonna keep it real, because people look on these things for the answers, and when the answers from them, and it's just crazy.
A God, chasing its approval, hoping it blesses their content with reach. But it is not a God. It is a machine, coded by corporations, engineered by a system that was built on exploitation. And like every system of exploitation, it is anti-nature. Dr. Francis Cress Welsing taught us that the system of white supremacy was based on the fear of genetic annihilation, meaning
And
the
let me
fear.
pause Jason real quick. Yeah, it is real. And who's to say, like, I won't have to do that, because everything gonna crash on its own. So it's gonna actually align with the whole mindset I'm gonna have at that time anyway. Cause I'm gonna be, getting close to the big 4-0 on their timeline. But mentally, I feel like I'll evolve so much, I'll evolve to a point that I can't even explain to what I get to yet during that time. So I know I'll be above where I'm at now mentally, and my soul to be so much more evolved during that time. So I know for a fact that I won't even have to do certain things anymore. Unless I, see, I want to see what my people doing, like y'all on YouTube. But far as like pushing the message out and trying to put it through music and documentaries and stuff, that mission right there is going to be done in a minute. I feel like everybody that's like us, we're going to go off the grid of giving people the messages all the time. And we're just going to just isolate ourselves and tap in and just get the fruits of our labor from what we did. And the abundance and the supreme, days are going to be doing that. That's how I feel about it.
Of being wiped out. It cannot create without taking. It cannot live without extracting. The algorithm is just the latest version of that. A digital overseer, a techno-feudal machine, high-tech slavery dressed up as progress, built to drain energy from the very people that it fears. It has no power without us. It has no purpose without our energy. Every click, every view, every scroll
Right.
is food for it. Our creativity, our melanin, our life force is what gives it strength. And without our participation, it collapses.
Right.
And let's be clear, the algorithm isn't serving you. It's not keeping you engaged for personal growth and prosperity. It's keeping you engaged so it can extract more out of you. More time, more attention, more data, more money. On an esoteric level, meaning hidden knowledge, the deeper layer beneath the surface, the algorithm is a pattern generator, a digital ritual. Just like a mantra shapes the mind through repetition, the algorithm shapes consciousness. What you notice, what you focus on, what you believe. By curating what enters your mental field over and over and over, it engineers perception, and perception is reality. If the universe is mental, meaning that everything in the physical is rooted in thought and consciousness, if consciousness collapses the infinite quantum probability waves of the universe into physical particles with defined states, then perception isn't passive. Perception is creative. Your perception literally decides which version of reality becomes solid. So when these platforms steer your attention, they're indirectly shaping physical reality itself.
Right.
What
And
trends?
then when pause that, they even create their own versions of what they think people are attracted to. Like they have these, I hate to say it, I used to be a fan of Flavor of Love. This is not the internet scale or the algorithm, but it still was part of it in the early stages. I was a fan of Flavor of Love, and After that first show of Favor of Love, they kept bringing on different ones like Ray J of Love because they know people was in tune with that. The frequency of keep watching them shows. Television tell you a vision. So they put it in shows all the time. Even our best shows like Martin, Fresh Prince. Why the episodes keep coming on? Why they keep giving us new episodes? Cause we had gave our frequency to the first episode. Shit is deep, man.
What gets destroyed, who rises, who falls. That's why the algorithm is dangerous. It's not just a code, it's a weaponized rhythm. A program designed to repeat, hypnotize, and control at scale. Control the algorithm, control the collective mind. And while this is all happening, America is collapsing. Prices are rising, wages are shrinking, people are breaking down. And while the empire crumbles, it clings to its last system of control, the algorithm, their digital life support, the ventilator for a dying empire. But it's not working. They shadow ban accounts, they delete videos, they censor, they distort, they
Right. They're doing all this to everybody channels that actually has wisdom and speaking knowledge. They try to do that to all our channels, but it's not going to work because once the message is out there and once the energies are, you can't stop energy. You can't kill energy. It's only going to transmute and evolve in different ways of either communication or different ways of people can get to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let's say they cut the internet off. The wisdom that you have, somebody gonna come up to you and ask you, what do you know about certain things? And that's outside the internet. That's in real life. So it's just gonna make it more bigger for real. That's how I see it.
Yet, the truth still gets out. The cracks are showing. The tide is rising. Social media is the most powerful tool of communication that humanity has ever had. That's why they're so desperate to control it. And
Right.
that's why they're scared of it in our hands. They're not scared of the algorithm itself. They built it. They weaponized it. What they're scared of is us using it to spread truth, to flood it with liberation instead of distraction.
Right.
That's why they shadow ban. Not because they fear the code, but because they fear the truth moving through the code. And that's why I say, fuck the algorithm. Because you don't have to accept what they feed you. You don't have to let them decide which version of you gets oxygen. The
Right.
same system built to control you can also free you, but only if you refuse to be the mask and be the self behind the mask. The mask is the persona you are forced to wear to survive here. The fake smile at work, the polished profile online, the code switching that you're forced into just to be accepted. The self behind the mask is the true self, your raw consciousness, your unfiltered essence, the part of you that can't be programmed or sold. The self that remembers that the mind comes first and that reality flows from consciousness. The algorithm only works if we feed it, if we obey it. But if we flood it with truth, if we lift each other's voices instead of waiting on recommendations, we break its power. We can reprogram the system. Because at the end of the
And that goes with the music too. Like the other day, I seen this young guy. He's doing blues, right? And I never seen this young man a day in my life on my timeline. But all of a sudden he's on my timeline. I'm like, why is they pushing him so much? And his music, it goes back to like the old times, but at the same time, you can sense that they don't have no awareness in it. And I'm saying, okay, so it's very digestible music that they want to push, but trying to control the narrative that a old sound is coming back or something like that. But they never push nothing that's a soul music that has you awaken or aware to the inner self. They never want to push that. They never push music like me, Kane, or low key. If you're on the same internet as that guy, but like I say, it's a machine that is controlling this, and we can't give it power no more, bro.
Today, the American system
Shout out to
is
John
collapsing.
Horse.
The mask is cracking. The ship is sinking. The algorithm is just a ventilator to keep this dying empire alive. But it can't stop the truth from breathing. It can't stop the tide from rising. So I'll say it plain. Once again, fuck the algorithm. It doesn't own me. It doesn't own you. And it can't stop the truth from leaking through. No matter how much they shadow ban, no matter how many videos they delete, no matter how hard they try to push the mask, the cracks are already here. The tide is rising. And once the truth starts leaking through, there's nothing that their code or their algorithm can do to hold it back. All right, so look.
Right.
The
So
algorithm.
with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody coming through. I'm gonna play some tracks. And John Horse, you can watch the playback if you want to. I basically just having videos, and I was chiming in on the state of the mental of the body, mind, and soul. And I had some videos, and I chimed in on each video. And I played some songs. So to wrap it up, because I said I was gonna do an hour, so I have about like 8 minutes to go. Well, 7 minutes. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna play some songs, and after that, I'm gonna wrap it up and probably come back and sometime during the week and do another live screen with an open panel or something like that. But I'm gonna play some tunes and ride it out, man. Appreciate y'all for coming in. Abraham, John Horse, Water Style, Kane, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I say abundant supreme.
Fly away, fly away, fly away. We all want to fly away, fly away to a place where I feel free to be, free to dream, free to be at peace. No stress, don't have to pay the bills. No worries, who cares? No hate, because we know what it is. No religion, because we have ourselves. No indoctrination to learn someone who don't know themselves. For the rich to sit back and watch the world cry. No hope, because we know money is not needed in this place. I want to fly away to a place, to imagine a place where kids can be kids, adults can be themselves, never lose themselves. We can't do it no more. If life's supposed to be like this, then I fly away to a place. Fly away, I won't come back again. I learned a lot, yeah. I studied the game. I played the game. Fly away, it's time. Fly away to change. Fly away again. Fly away, express. Fly away, escape. Fly away through my mind. Through my mind. Fly, 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 with the run gun. Play your cards right, girl. I heard you say in your eyes and voice, I lost my way. You gave a good game, a subtle art. You spread a web around my heart. A trace I feel beneath your spell. When now the truth I know so well. You spoke of things no woman dare. A whispered promise, a soft-spoken share. I knew and true you claimed to be a perfect love, exclusive for me. You gave good game, a set of art. You spread a web around my heart. A dress I feel beneath your spell. When now the truth I know so well. You said that you could be great for me. The missing piece, perfectly free. But the greatness faded when the shadow looms. And now I see no more of you. Have you ever thought about losing something? Oh, the hustle of the day pulled me in many ways. Trying to keep my balance in a million different ways. But the piece I relate to is whispers in my ear, telling me to slow down, my friend, and conquer all your fears. Hustle of the day, headlines screaming, worry fill the air, trying to find a reason to show I really care. So much pressure building on my shoulders, I can feel it. Gotta find a scrutiny, gotta make it real. Closing my eyes and breathing so deep. Let the tension fade and find a quiet inside me. A promise, a promise, unafraid. It ain't easy, ain't no simple thing to navigate the chaos. Let your true spirit sing. Gotta find a center where the stillness resides. Let it be your compass, let it be your guide. Hustle of the day.
All right, y'all. I share abundance, but I want to play one more tune called "Bread and Butter," and I hope this it right here. I'm gonna play it, and then that's it. After that,
In my city.
wrong track. Here's the right track.
The bread and butter, the bread and butter, the bread and butter. What you know, the way you live, and how to survive. You know that things in life can hold you down when you know bread and butter. The butter is the piece when you find your best way to live and achieve your soul. Then your aura shine more than ever. And the bread is when you understand that you can have all those things and don't lose who you are. It's the balance, yeah. Bread and butter. What you know, the way you live, and how to survive. It's the bread and butter. What you know, the way you live, and how to survive. The duality is the key to this game. Dark and light, you got to make it right for you. It's a choice to be had. Bread and butter. What you know, the way you live, and how to survive. It's the bread and butter. What you know, the way you live, and how to survive.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good, amazing day, night, um, amazing week, man. This keep going. Whatever you got going on, don't let nothing break your soul because they're trying to do that shit. They're trying to break our soul and break our divine being of who we are, our essence. They're trying to take it away. So just remember that you are who you are, and don't let nobody change you because they want to change themselves, but they projecting on you. So just keep being you, and the best is yet to come, bro. Ashe, abundance, supreme. It was a mental health checkup. I'm out, bro.